10 a.m. The court is in session. Witness American scientist is called on the stand.
Mr. Scientist, AutomicPoision is accusing America for polluting the air with atom poisoning. This court needs your testimony to prove it. Please tell us what you know about this issue.
Mr. Judge, I am willing to answer any questions related to the research involving nuclear weapons to this court.
Mr. AutomicPoision, please question the witness to bring out the truth in this case.
Thank you, Mr. Judge. Mr. American Scientist, please tell us about the nuclear bomb.
A nuclear weapon is an explosive device that derives its destructive force from nuclear reactions such as fission or a combination of fission and fusion. Both reactions release vast quantities of energy from relatively small amounts of matter. A modern thermonuclear weapon weighing a little more than 1,000 kilograms can produce an explosion comparable to the detonation of more than 1 billion kilograms of conventional high explosive. There are two basic types of nuclear weapon. The first type produces its energy from reactions alone. Such fission weapons are commonly referred to as atomic bombs or atom bombs, abbreviated as A-bombs, though they rely on energy that comes specifically from the nucleus of the atom.
For the benefit of this court, please tell us what kinds of damage these nuclear weapons can cause.
In nuclear fission weapons, a mass of fissile material, enriched uranium or plutonium, is disassembled into supercritical mass, the amount of material needed to start an exponentially growing nuclear chain reaction, either by shooting one piece of subcritical material into the other, or by compressing a sphere of subcritical material by using chemical explosives to many times its original density, the implosion method. The latter approach is considered more sophisticated than the former, and only the latter approach can be used if plutonium is the fissile material. A major challenge in all nuclear weapon designs is to ensure that a significant fraction of the fuel is consumed before the weapon destroys itself. The amount of energy released by a nuclear weapon can range between the equivalent of less than a ton of TNT, upwards to around 500,000 tons, 500 kilotons of TNT.
As you know, because of the massive quality of this attack, it is not possible to limit the attack only to the army bases. It impacts miles around the areas of attack, and it's the civilians who are mostly impacted. Also, the radioactive waste produced by the bombs themselves can cause serious damage to the Earth's atmosphere. Please tell the court about this information.
The second basic type of nuclear weapon produces its energy from nuclear fusion reactions. Such fusion weapons are generally referred to as thermonuclear weapons, or more colloquially as hydrogen bombs, abbreviated as H-bombs, as they rely on energy that comes between the reactions of isotopes of hydrogen, deuterium, and tritium. However, all such weapons derive a significant portion, and sometimes a majority, of their energy from nuclear fission reactions. The detonation of a nuclear weapon is accompanied by a blast of neutron radiation. Surrounding a nuclear weapon with suitable materials, such as cobalt or gold, creates a weapon known as a salted bomb. This device can produce exceptionally large quantities of radioactive contamination.
What is radioactive contamination?
Radioactive waste is a waste product that contains radioactive material. This is usually the product of nuclear processes, though industries not directly connected to the nuclear industry may also produce quantities of radioactive waste.
What is the way to neutralize radioactive waste so that it does not impact the world and its inhabitants?
Radioactivity, by definition, reduces over time. So in principle, the waste needs to be isolated for a period of time, which in the worst case scenario could be as much as 300,000 years for the components to no longer pose a hazard. This can mean hours to years for some common medical or industrial radioactive wastes, or many thousands of years for high-level waste.
So the industrial waste can be protected, but the diffused bomb releasing this waste cannot be contained. Thank you for your testimony, Mr. American Scientist. I have no more questions for Mr. American Scientist.
The court is adjourned for today, and the judgment will be given the next session.